When I moved here to Berlin, Germany a couple of months ago, I of course tried to find some people to play BattleTech with. I just started the hobby again of miniature gaming in BattleTech, and I wanted to find some people to play with. I found some Facebook groups, of course, BattleTech Berlin, which ended up in me finding some people to play with, which is very nice. But somehow I kind of missed BattleTech Deutschland, meaning BattleTech Germany, like the bigger BattleTech Facebook group. When I eventually found the group, I was kind of sad because it seemed like I'd missed something very important. The deadline for Wichteln. Wichteln is Secret Santa. So a BattleTech Secret Santa, and it seemed like I'd missed the deadline for it. I was very sad about it. However, when I joined the group and introduced myself in a post, I actually got a private message from the guy running the Secret Santa asking me if I actually still wanted to take part. And I, of course, said yes, because a BattleTech Secret Santa sounds amazing. You know, it's a Secret Santa. You get assigned a name randomly, and the point is, of course, you choose a mech, you paint it up, you base it, make it as nice as possible, and then you send it off. And by Christmas time, you'll have your own secret mech as well, possibly very nicely painted and everything. Now, there were a couple of rules as to which mech you could buy for the Secret Santa. The idea was that it should be a current model, either by Iron Wind Metals or Catalyst Game Labs. So none of the old ones or none of the third-party mechs either. Apart from that, everyone did get a chance to specify which mechs would be their favorite mechs and which factions they like, but you don't have to paint them in a specific way or even get like one of the favorite mechs. I ended up saying it doesn't really matter to me. Anything is fine with me. I want to be surprised. Someone comes up with something cool. They're free to do it. Very excited to see what I get. The person I got specified 3 different mechs. Now, unfortunately for me, all of them happen to be mechs I don't already have, and I didn't really want to buy the boxes either, the lance packs. 2 of them were clan mechs, and one of them was a Comstar mech. And I don't want to buy clan stuff quite yet, and I also don't want to start like a Comstar force either, so it's not really something I already had. Well, I figured maybe I could find one of those mechs on eBay or something, and I looked online and I didn't find anything apart from America. I could find all kinds of individual mechs in the States and also some older ones, but I didn't want to pay the postage for one mech from the States. That would be horrifying. I guess like, I don't know, 20, 30 euros or something. A couple of days later though, I went back on the German eBay and there was someone was actually selling individual mechs. Very nice. It was a little bit costly. I'd say it's like double the normal price, but I wanted the mech. I didn't want to buy the Comstar box, so I decided to order it off eBay. It came in just a couple of days ago, and it is the Highlander. Now, since this is supposed to be like a special Christmas thing, I want to try something new. I want to try to repose the model to make it unique. I've watched some videos online, looked at some guides. It shouldn't be too difficult. I'll try to remove the base, maybe remove the legs as well, position them differently, maybe the arms as well. See what I can do with the pose. My little conversion work with the Shadow Hawk gave me some confidence to try this. I really hope I don't just ruin the model, but we'll see. So this is the first time I've ever attempted something like this, and I do have to say I was shitting my pants the entire way through. As soon as I was able to get the mech off the base, which is easy enough, just got this knife under the foot and the base and just kind of pried it off. It came off kind of easily. The legs were pretty easy to remove. Just kind of twisted them very carefully, of course, not to snap the thing. And they eventually came loose. They're just super glued on, I think. I did clean up the joints a little bit. We'll have to think about how to get them back in a way that doesn't look horrible. I did try to get off like the hip part here. Found it a little bit too difficult. The head is the same. Now I think the arms would be possible to get off the torso, but they are a little bit thinner than the legs, and I've been trying to sort of carefully get them apart, but it just feels bad. I don't want to break this model, which I've already paid a little bit more than I care to admit to friends and family, I guess. Now, the legs being separate already gives me a lot of ideas. I could have the Highlander maybe standing on a piece of debris or something, on a stone, something like that. Or maybe I could make it into a running Highlander. Just something to make this Highlander a little bit unique compared to the normal one. Let's jump to the assembled model. And here is the reposed Highlander. The direction of the head, the torso, and everything made me think of a running Highlander, so that's what I went with. I think it looks pretty good. It's a little bit more of a dynamic pose than the original one that's just kind of standing there shooting at stuff. This one's charging now. I do think no one will have a Highlander just like this, so it'll be a nice little unique sort of thing to have. Pretty happy with how it turned out. Now the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that the base is a little bit different. Here is the original CGL base, and I went with this one. It's an Aristea base, or however you pronounce the name of that game. It is very, very slightly bigger than the CGL one, and I just wanted to have a little bit more space for the Highlander to run around on, so that's what I went with. If you want more hex bases, there are more affordable ones out there, but I just happened to find these in Berlin at a game store, so I got them. But they're pretty nice. So now the next step is, of course, choosing a paint scheme, a color scheme for this guy. I might go with one of my mercenary color schemes, either the black and gold or the red and white. Not sure yet. Maybe I'll come up with something totally different, but we'll see. I am sort of feeling the black and gold more. Not sure. I think it looks pretty good and should look pretty good on the Highlander as well. But unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see it until the very end of this year, because the last video this year on this channel is going to be part 2 of this Secret Santa thing. I'll show off the finished Highlander in all of its finished glory with the base and everything painted up nice. And of course I'll be opening my Secret Santa mech. So I hope you'll look forward to that one. But that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.